Eh? So you're so happy?
No baby. No baby. No baby. I'm so happy. Babe, do you know how stressful going back there is? Do you know that? Next time be extra careful. Okay.
But what did I do?
Don't make me panic. Okay.
I'm not the one,
Don't make me panic.
It is you with your stress.
Let's go talk to the dog, babe.
No, tell them. How was your...
Guys, I feel so relieved. I won't even lie to you. Like right now, heartbeat yangu liko nenda. Sai iko. Like, unajua, haina mambo mingi, haina haraka. What's going through your mind? Are you happy?
No, me, as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Here, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. Napa. Doc alikuwa anamwambia maybe, anasema no.
So guys, follow us. We need to have a chat with Doc.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back.
So she's happy now.
Doc, you're 100% sure?
Now that one is 100%. Because it's been 5 weeks, so we know ovulation must have happened in the kawaida cycle, must have happened like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks now the pregnancy ingefaa kuonekana kwa this is about 3-4 weeks ingekuwa imeonekana kwa urine. However, in the next 2 weeks, if you've not had your periods, we repeat the test. Until we get your periods, we don't relax. Mpaka periods ikuja, it becomes a confirmation that the lining has shed because it has failed to get an embryo to attach them.
But now, hiyo yenye mmefanya mwisho ati inakuwa the percentage of accuracy.
Now, the percentage of accuracy in the latter test that has been carried out is usually, it's higher in an earlier pregnancy from about 6 weeks or so. But what it confirmed is, one, we do not have a pregnancy that is 5 weeks and above. And the lining here did not look to be in keeping with a pregnancy, with a uterus that is pregnant. So to combine the history plus this radiological examination, and then plus the urine test zote zinaoneshana to the same thing. They're pointing towards a negative result for now.
So what do we
That's for God. Wow. He always answers my prayers, always. Imagine, he's never let me down.
Amen.
God, I love you.
Amen.
Baby,
so
let's go to the most important thing right now. Moving forward.
Moving forward, me, I just want to chill, abstain.
Abstain?
Yes.
You.
I want to abstain.
You.
I just don't want this drama in the house.
You. Abstain.
Okay, what do we do?
He can't. He can't abstain. So, I want you to advise us on the best solution. You know, because I don't want to find myself in this situation again of panic.
Yes.
I don't want to. So, he's the king.
Oh?
Huh? WD. WD, but
yeah.
I don't want to focus on that.
Yes.
I want him to have all the pleasure.
Oh man.
And still
you
keep
want.
myself.
You still want?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm abstaining. Me, in fact, 2021, I think I'm okay. So what do we do, Doc? I don't know.
Now we're looking to have our cake and eat it too, but without getting diabetes. So now,
Exactly.
yes. Now, what that calls for? Remember when we had the same discussion last time when the IUD failed us? Then we said that since the IUD was not working as it should in your case, then the interim had been that one for withdrawal, which we were very quick to say that it's not 100%. In fact, it has a very low efficiency rate. So it works well, one, in a setting where you have a regular cycle. So your periods are very predictable, so that you can know this day I'm ovulating, this day I am safe, so I cannot have an egg anywhere around, because the egg only survives for about 12 hours or so before iishe. So you only have that one day that is a risky day. Now when you have a situation kama hii when tuko na an irregular cycle based on probably stress, then we cannot continue, it cannot be business as usual. So now we need to now say, what do we use that is working well for you, that's going to work for you.
So what is that?
Yes, now that is now where we come in. We have a couple of methods that can work. In fact, let me even use this big thing here. So the main things that we look at when we're trying to, we talk about their family planning is two things. One, it can mean we are trying to conceive, na tunataka tushike mimba sasa. That is family planning can mean. So family planning can mean I want a baby, now we are planning how we get the baby. Or family planning can mean we do not want, and this do not want is what we refer to as contraceptives. Now we are talking about the contraceptives. So they have two main ways of going about it. If you're looking at if you're avoiding the abstinence and the safe days and the withdrawal, for example. So we have what we refer to as a non-hormonal method and a hormonal method. We said the hormonal methods basically work. It's tusema hapa intercourse happens, sperms get deposited, they swim up, zinaingia kwa tubes. Zikiwa hapa ndani, ukiwa una ovulate, the mature egg comes out, enters, they meet with the sperms zenye zinakuja upande huu, and fertilization can occur, and then the fertilized egg goes down, inajishikilia hapa ndani. Now, are you zooming that? So when you're looking now at reversing any of these things to not have a pregnancy, one of the things, so tumeshatumia under the non-hormonal, we have two things: the condom, we have the hormonal coil, we have the withdrawal, which is non-hormonal, and using the safe days. Hizo zina fall under the non-hormonal. The coil tunaweza sema hapo. Now I think we had discussed around this one for the barrier methods with the condoms. Is that a feasible method?
Yes. Today we want Diana to say everything.
No, a condom is a male-initiated but woman-enforced method, which means that ideally it works best when the man comes in and says nitatumia, and the woman now enforces the same, that bila hiyo, then So this becomes, that's the only way it can work well.
Inakuwa ni rules.
Inakuwa sasa kuna
na ile tunasikianga condom imepasuka.
No, those ones can happen, but in rare conditions. So the condoms kabla zikuwe manufactured, inakuanga imeenda through so many things so it will rarely break unless haijastoiwa vizuri, it has not been it has expired, all those things. So ikiwa imebaki kwa wallet miaka 3 ndio nataka barakoa.
Hii mambo ya hapa ni ngumu.
So in the event that happens, so condom kuna hiyo, kuna withdrawal tumia, it has helped so far. WD has done his sat on his throne. Yes. Na hiyo safe days hizi hatuwezi tumia. So now comes into the other things. Now the hormonal methods ziko na their strong points and their points that are not very strong. One is that on the strong points, one has another good news. It has been refined over the years and it works very, very well nowadays. Kwamba kitambo zilikuwa na a lot of side effects, but the fact that they still continue to be manufactured means that they have a efficacy in stopping you from conceiving. So zinasaidia sana watu wasishike mimba if they do not want to. a very small minority of people are the ones who get side effects. Na tunasemekana dawa before it were approved, then it has to go through testing to make sure that most people who use it do not get any side effects, and if they do, the side effects are very minimal and temporary. So among those ones for the hormonal methods, so it's side effects have been reduced. Number 2, unapata ukitumia sema kama hii hormonal method like the hormonal method, they help to reduce incidence of cervical cancer. They have advantages in that regard. Na pia inasaidia to some level, of course they reduce the amount of, they use progesterone na estrogen inalingana na ile unatumia, but they have a protective factor on fibroids occurring. So kuna advantages to that effect. Now
some of them?
The advantages now is those ones for the protection against cancer and the fibroids to some extent. And then the big one is that a couple gets the power to decide when they want to get a baby and when they do not want to get a baby. Like in this particular situation, ni mahali ambapo you felt the power had been taken away from you because despite your best efforts, there was a pregnancy scare. So we do not want to have a situation that kuna hiyo, ndio maana you look for a method that has a lot more success rate if you will. Most of these methods, the success rates are in the high 90s. So utapata ziko 90 something, 90, in between the 95 to almost 99% when used well. Now the hormonal include your emergency pill, include your pills. Hizi za kawaida tunaita combined pills. You can get what we call the patch, inakuwa ni kama an elastoplast unajibandika, and then it has hormones that are passed into the skin, into the system. Yes, kuna nyingi, it's called Evra patch, among other ones. Ni kama elastoplast, yeah.
Inaingia kwa skin?
Uniekelea, no, unabandika jia skin, your hormone inatolewa kutoka from that bandage into the skin, and it goes to work on this part. I'll tell you how it works. Kuna ile inaitwa kiberiti that is like an implant inaingia hapa. So it's put there and it also helps. You can have a coil, a hormonal coil. Kuna ile shindano dungwa every 3 months. All those ones are methods that can be used. How hormonal methods work ni kwamba zinafanya this lining to be very thin so that the pregnancy hazijishikilia, and also you stop ovulating, which means this mature egg does not form. So hakuna mayai inakuwa available kukutana na mbegu so to fertilize. So those are the main things that happen. Now in using this one, the ones that we advise that you see that ukianza sasa angalia hizo ni science. But now those are usually the methods that you're looking that are available for you.
I think the solution is I just die. Because now this see the solution ban.
Hapa kuna yenye imenifurahisha.
Hiyo ndio la kuanza.
Go withdrawal.
Hiyo tu.
Withdrawal. Ndio maana watu tunasema when you sit in contraceptive family planning discussion, it is individualized to the couple. Kuna ni gani that is not only practical but that is also safe.
According to the side effects, unaona
side effects
gani unaona wewe unaiogopa?
Ndio hajatuambia side effects.
Side effects are potential. Potential side effect means si lazima zitendeke, na zikitendeka they are usually very minimal, but if they get to a point kuna zile vitu tunasema ikifanyika then you stop. We withdraw the method completely. Now the common side effects in unapata can be initially a bit of spotting, you can have bloating, you can have breast tenderness, unaweza pata a bit of headaches. Hii method ikiweza kuzubo, unajua these are hormones you're bringing from the outside inside. So when you're introducing them, they can cause your hormones to be destabilized kawaida initially before sasa zingiane vizuri. Now that usually takes you the first 6 weeks or so. By that time, after that 6 weeks, what unajua with that method works well for you or not?
Yeah, kudunga hivi.
Hii kudunga hapa inaitwa kiberiti, inakaka kiberiti. Yes.
Mtu anaiona?
I don't know, auioni, but nowadays kitambo tulikuwa tunakata a very wide part before you inject. But right now, hata hiyo mali tunaiwekea hawezi ona. But ukiguza hivi, you know the idea inafaa kuwa discreet, sio ukiwa mahali praise and worship alafu inaonekana huko.
Oh my.
A moment of silence, that was too much to take in. Too much.
So in a situation where the bleeding is excessive, kwamba it's going for more than 10 days, is very heavy, inakusababisha headache, dizziness, your quality of life is disrupted, or there is things like you're forming blood clots, you're having difficulty breathing because we suspect that there is a blood clot going to the lung. Very unlikely. These are now the very rare side effects that occur in less than 1% of the population who use this method. But in case of it to the next, then this is when we come in and we revise the method.
Blood clot.
There's a risk of developing blood clots at low risk, very low.
You are percentage ya kwa wewe.
Tunaangalia, tunakuwa very open.
So the people that to avoid hizo, what tunasema mtu mwenye akona a pre-existing heart condition, hypertension, mtu yako overweight, then we don't put you on those because tayari you're predisposed to getting blood clots, so hatutaki tuweke another method that can also add that risk.
My king, can you stick to
Na coil?
babe.
Coil inamfurusha.
Tried, tested, ikakata.
Nikuulize, vile alikuwa anafura miguu before, inaweza kuwa
By the way, that issue ilisha kabisa?
Ilisha.
You've never had it since that time?
si sasa hivyo.
Okay.
Ile tu
mild because ilikuwa even before the pregnancy.
Okay. But then inaweza kuwa ndio ilikuwa inamfanya hata before pregnancy. Ndio. Kwanza kuna time tushaenda shags.
No, kuna watu ambao
alafu alikuwa anafura na ana sweat.
Imagine I used to walk
ana sweat
hapa mpaka hapo nje na drip maji
na ni usiku.
Imagine. Okay, sisemi ni coil, I don't know, but since nitoa coil sijakuwa na issues.
So what we say is that it was playing a role
tukafanya kidney everything test.
Doppler. You so remember doc?
I remember, yeah. So it means ilikuwa inafanya ikuwe worse. Kuna kitu inakuwa aggravating factor. So it makes a pre-existing.
Alikuwa anapigwa shock. Alikuwa na
ningekaa tu hivi na out of the blues I scream.
Yeah.
Kitu tu imekuja na ikaenda.
Juu ilikuwa low lying, ilikuwa hapa karibu kwa cervix. The cervix has a lot of nerves. So juu haikuwa in the position huko juu huko chini, it had already dislodged and it was pressing.
Hapa ni boy child anaenda kuumia. Boy child anaenda kuumia. Yaani naona tu boy child kabisa anaumia live kabisa na serikali imsaidie. Serikali imenyamaza.
I tell you. Kujipanga.
Sasa doc unaonaje?
No, withdrawal works. But now tungoje periods zirege, then you continue with that one as you think through the information we have given and decide on which one.
Ukuta swali nataka kuuliza doc, please. Sijui Joe, yani nataka kuuliza doc swali mzito hapa. So guys, oh my god. Acha nitoe mask. Tulikuwa na shida ya corona, nimeona shida kubwa kuliko corona. When I thought corona has done it all. So, okay, give me the risks of withdrawing.
The biggest one is atanieke hapa. Tukisema that this here is the sperm, the load, the mother load.
Which one?
Hii hapa katikati hii. Tuseme kama this is the president akipita. So hapa ndio the mother load. Kuna kuanga na escort huko mbele na kuna huyu which is the main load na kuna wale escort wa nyuma kufuata. Huenda during this withdrawal ukidhini unapata before the big load comes in, kuna kuwa tule tu escort kwanza tushaingia, hizi zingine unazidivert hapo kwa bed sheets, so this can have enough sperm to fertilize. So withdrawal means that kunaweza kuwa na yenye imeshatoka before that can have the potential to fertilize. So how it works is
okay, turudi kwa science.
Yes.
Panga hapo
Wacha nipange tena.
Turudi kwa science. Nini? Jo nakusaidia. And I'm helping so many men outside there. In fact, they should they should send me M-Pesa. So, niulize. No, mimi nataka kutumia layman's langu. Sawa? You escort. According to science, who comes first?
Now, the ones that come, you see what happens? They're supposed to be a lubricating fluid. Yenye sasa inatengeneza njia.
Which is the semen.
Which is now no, semen means sperm is a fluid that transports the sperm. Lakini kuna ile fluid inatoka kwanza, and usually that comes in as soon as you are aroused, it comes up, inaanza kutoka. Then comes in now the mother load, and then comes the aftermath.
So you see dangerous kama huyu?
No, you see dangerous kama huyu. Sasa hapa, this is where the most danger is. But now we are hoping in withdrawal that this is so little and it does not have enough power to be able to.
So it is risky like no one's business.
It is
Bottom line.
It is less risky.
Why are you laughing?
than kumimina kila kitu. It is less risky than that, but
it is risky.
Yes, but there's still an element of risk.
Niko risky. Niko risky. Nani amemba hiyo? Niko risky. The X-ray ama ni nani? And now, so imebaki protection.
That we're not using. That we agreed.
Kumekuwa riskia. So how do families survive? Okay. Well. Okay.
So
But
You see, I'm very serious.
How do
I'm
families?
just, yes, how do people survive? Okay, how do you survive, dog?
Sisi mishipa imeshakatwa hii.
Nini yo?
No. See, when we completed our family size, tied tubes.
Tied tube. Mbona hujasema hiyo hapa?
Sasa hiyo ina form under, this is under semi-permanent, that is permanent. You mentioned that kuna uwezekano that there could be someone, you could bring in a baby before you reach a certain, yes.
Let me ask you, Doc. Okay, tie tubes. Can you untie?
Very rarely are you able to untie, but nowadays we say kuna IVF, which bypasses the tubes. Ikifika at this point you've made a decision, watoto wamefika hapo. Then 10 years later, 5 years later, 1 year later mseme hapana, acha tuongeze for whatever reason. You come in, we stimulate your eggs, we harvest the eggs in the theater, then tunachukua mbegu, tunatoa zile mbaya, we get the good ones, we fertilize those eggs that you have harvested with the good sperm, and then we push it, and we do that here
In the uterus. In your same uterus.
We do that, yes. We put in your same uterus, as long as your eggs are good quality and the sperm is good, yes.
And you see my sperms are
yes, good
A1.
quality. Na hiyo tunafanya.
I think that is now the decision of.
So there is science has said kuna nuru gizani. So in the event that you decisions for tying, kuna hiyo.
Na nini? Stop
the way
talking about tying my tubes.
No.
Can you vasectomize me?
The thing
Vasectomy.
inakuwa ina nini?
Mimi kwa akili nadhani nikifikiria haitoki.
Vasectomy?
Mzee Lingoro Mzelingo. Hawezi amuka.
What is that?
Tying the tubes of the man.
Tie his.
Umesema bado unataka mtoto mwingine.
Mmoja.
So those are permanent methods. Unless unataka kufunga, alafu mkuje tufanye IVF, which we usually do here. In La Femme we do IVF. So we can do that for you as well.
Oh,
Na hii watu wanatoa uterus.
Oh, now that one becomes, it's a last resort unless kuna shida zingine kama fibroids uko ndani, ama kuna shida na cervix, you have cervical cancer, ama kuna adenoma, ama those, unless there's an issue with the uterus, it's a very drastic way to do it.
Unatoa uterus. How do?
Hebu nikuulize, unasema ati unafungaje?
How do you tie it?
Wachana na uterus. Hii nimesema.
Tubes ndizo hizi. Unafunga hapa. Kisha unafunga hapa na unatoa sehemu ambayo ni ya katikati. Pasije pakawa na njia ambapo basically you're removing the continuity of this one. So you're tying here, removing the middle part.
Na ukishatoa middle part inatoka hivyo yote.
Oh no. See, sasa hii inabaki, so there is no, let's say when you get to ovulate, mayai itaingia hapa. Lakini hakuna mahali itakutana na zile mbegu zimekuja hapa. It doesn't have a place.
So niambie ulipata ni A ama ni nini biology?
Nilipata A lakini
mimi mtu nilianguka. Mimi sitaki nilianguka. Wacha niulize maswali. Wewe sikiza.
Guys, have you ever heard of all that? Yani your information yote, are you able to process? It's too much, yani tuko confused. Tuko confused.
How do parents outside there, please advise us in the comment section. How do you survive?
Men.
Families.
People, parents. Men, especially men. How do you survive? I need to survive. I'm looking for survival now.
While you're still enjoying?
No. Right now it is crazy. Okay, Doc. So I'm sorry. I know we are wasting a lot of time.
No problem.
But I know, yani, this is very important for so many people.
True.
You understand? You are not only helping us.
True.
You'll be helping a lot of other people. My question.
Yes.
Nimekuuliza hiyo hata nikaanza kusahau what was I. What is safe days? And because the guys I told you, me in school, there's somewhere it went wrong. My biology teacher was so serious. What is safe days? And for how long are we safe? Why are you laughing? I'm very serious. In fact, I'm very serious.
Now, the safe days is the time of a lady's menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is ovulation, menstruation, himo. Safe days is the time within which we are sure you do not have an egg within the system that is likely to get fertilized. That is the safe days. It varies for different people, because one, we only talk of safe days if you have a regular cycle, that you can predict that my cycle is anywhere between 21 days and 35. You can come every 21 days, every 35, every 26, every 28 hivyo.
My question, juu mtaani hivi ndio tu count.
Yes.
Na maboyo mtanielewa. Mtaani tuna countingi after periods. Siku sijui 7, sijui siku.
Sio ya kila mtu. Lazima ujue ya mtu inakuja vipi.
Ala!
Huenda kuna mtu akona cycle ya 21 days. Kama kwa cycle 21 days inamaanisha that half the fertile day yake inakuja around day 7. So hiyo day 7 nasema fertile day ndio hiyo at safe day inaanza kumbe ndio na ovulate.
7 days after menstrual, after periods. 7 days.
So see 14.
So mine ideally ningepata periods on 22nd, ningepata next on 23rd, on 22nd.
No, that is one of the things. The days, when you talk about a menstrual cycle, it's not the calendar days tunasema periods zinakuja kutoka tarehe 2 mpaka hii, ni kusema that period ikianza hii siku. Before hii period ingine is how many days? That's what we say a 21 day cycle or 28 day cycle. So kusema inakujanga every 21st of the month.
So mine ni 21 days ideally.
From one period to the other.
Ni 21. Ukicalculate hivyo.
28.
So
28.
And 21. So doc nikuulize. So when am I safe kama nini yangu ni 21 days? Period yangu ya safe days ni how many days?
So what that happens is, if it is that one for 21 and it's a regular 21,
yeah.
So we usually calculate that the last 14 days, so kama period inaanza hapa, alafu hii ingine inakuja hapa, and this is 21 days. This day 1 of the cycle is the day the period starts. You're fertile, this is you ovulate 2 weeks or 14 days before your next period. So tunacalculate kutoka huko mwisho. So if 21, this is when you get your next period.
So I'll count from the first day my period have
from
come,
the next
back
expected.
21.
Yes. So ukicalculate kutoka the next expected period backwards, ukuje 2 weeks, which is 14 days. So 21 minus 14 is 7. So for you are among the group ile anasema that hapa you're ovulating. So we calculate that kama hii is the peak of ovulation, then 2 days before and 2 days after you're unsafe. Hizi siku zingine hapa before, so it means that
I'm only safe for 4 days.
No. This is between day 1 for you to day 5. You're okay, lakini siku hiyo unapata period. Although there are people in terms of family planning who use condoms to have, they say when you're on your period, kuna watu wachangi kuonana, wanasema during that time is when they use condoms. The condoms si za family planning, ni vile mzee anasema anatumia condoms ndio asijimess sana when they're having intercourse. So people use condoms during their periods to continue having intercourse. So
Don,
yes. So for you,
I'm only safe for 4
I thought
days.
physics was hard.
no, we are saying
Biology is hard.
we are saying that if acha tuanze tena, day 1 of the period, day 21 is the next. So you ovulate always 2 weeks before your next period. So ikiwa the 2 weeks is 14 days. So now if this is day 21, this is day 14, and we say this is the peak of ovulation, 2 days before and 2 days after that peak, you are unsafe. Kumbe mlikuwa mkifanya nini?
At 2 days?
Oh my gosh,
So-
babe, tumekuwa tukirisk. Ni
So-
2 days.
So day
We
7,
got to-
if day 7 is
Oja,
here,
2 days after what?
6 days.
After period?
No.
Ovulation. Baby, come listen so that you understand.
No, I just want
Day
how we
9,
can.
day 9 of your cycle is your unsafe day. So your safe days are day 1 to day 4.
But I'm on
And-
periods then.
And yes, which means that you're safe. Ndio maana nasema kuna watu
Wanatumia-
hapa na nini. Then from day 10 to day 21 you're safe.
Juu hapa nime ovulate.
Tu sasa hapa ndio the peak of ovulation hapa.
Na hapa nini happen?
Oh, hapo usha ovulate, mayai
Nataka
iko
tu
ishaenda.
ni
So hapa
after period.
Eh.
Ati tena after period.
so after periods, so from day 10 to day 21, these are your days.
Guy.
So here
So after period immediately you're safe.
safe.
Huh?
Immediately after periods is safe for her from day 5 to day 9.
Oh my gosh, babe.
Immediately after?
Yes, from day 5 to day 9 not safe.
Unafaa kuulisha zanga.
Kitambo.
Nani yako right? Is it the 21? Is it 21 day cycle or 28 days?
28.
It is 28. If it is 28, it's a different day.
Doc skia.
Wait, see after periods inaisha atoka.
Period inatoka
See
period ikiisha, the cycle inaanza kutengeneza tena an environment for potential implantation by an egg. So cycle inaanza hapo, tunasema the first day unaona period in day 1. From there now you calculate.
Tuachane na hii mambo ya safe days. I just don't want to understand that science. Yeah. I think this was very important. Kufanya vitu na reason. We have been risking all our life.
After periods we are safe.
Alright.
Na sasa tu count hivyo 1 week.
So tunajipia a good 7 days.
What? Yes, so but to see what happens, the chance of conceiving per month is only 15%. If you do those ones for withdrawal, it reduces that one to maybe 5-10%. So it helps that on top of even those ones, in as far as we did not know which this ones are the days that we are withdrawing still. So
I'm safe after period. That is kama cycle yangu ni 21 days. Na
but
kama
that's
ni
what
28.
that's what you want to confirm.
Okay.
So we'll just track it for
2, imagine ingekuwa 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Hizo siku zingine.
Ilikuwa very very
Withdraw.
with or without withdrawal.
Well, utafurahia tu hapa conversation. Learn from that. So Doc, asante sana.
Always a
And
pleasure.
guys, follow at Dr. Thuo and we'll put your name.
No problem.
We'll just put the handle
Tag them
down there.
Yeah.
And for you, if you are expectant
For this.
hiyo tutaichukua tu. So guys, if you are expectant, if you're planning a family, if you are doing what?
If you are unable to conceive.
If you are able
to find out wellness, just
tell them where we are at. We are
Yes.
La Femme. Yeah, just
Okay. So we are La Femme. The pronunciation is La Femme. La Femme Healthcare Clinic. We are located at the Greenhouse Mall. This is our this is the first branch called.
Head office.
Yes.
The first branch.
Yes.
This is our,
So then many that are coming up, and we located now at the Greenhouse Mall along Ngong Road at Adams Arcade, 2nd floor, suite number 18. So we basically deal with wellness. This is for the family wellness, gynecology, all your gynecological needs, infertility, including just trying to conceive, looking at IVF, IUI, sperm freezing, egg donation, all those ones, obstetrics when you're trying to get when you're pregnant and you're taking you through the pregnancy journey, and also of course pediatrics to take care of your babies. Yes, karibuni sana.
And guys, you know I don't send you where I don't trust.
Yeah.
You know that. So I, Kevin Bahati, the ghetto president, Eastland's most beloved, hey bana, the finest sumbua that Kenya has seen in a long time. So guys, I endorse and tell you what I refer you to Dr. Thuo's La Femme Clinic. La Femme.
Hey, guys, all I can say is that Dr. Thuo is the best. That's it, and it's a wrap. Doc, asante sana.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Na nyinyi pia. Asanteni sana.
Sorry for needing your time.
No, by the
Tell your wife we are sorry, but we had issues that had to be.
Hey, no, that's one by the
Because you know that house has not been good.
It has not been a home.
She has been looking at me like a mukora. I am not a mukora. I am not a mukora. Let me sanitize.
Allah.
Let me sanitize. Let me have a sanitize.
Wow.